Hey guys, it's your girl Angela Montañez here. So I'm not really I'm not really like a regular on YouTube. Um, but I said that um, I'll start doing some videos, because there are some things that I know. I'm kind of a private person, but I said, you know what? There were some things that I noticed people were interested in addition to like health and fitness. But I'm a medium. Some people in the church, they called me a prophet. Here in the entire world, they call me like a multi-sensory psychic medium channel, on and on, whatever name I guess you associate with. But um, one of the things I thought was interesting was somebody wanted to know how to spiritually connect with people that are far away. And I thought, okay. Okay. Um, that is possible. That is doable. That I actually do that. And it is possible. And there are a couple things that have to be in place for that to happen. Some people will agree with me, some people won't. That's fine. But because I know this, I said, let me do a video on this because I noticed this is my world. This is what I do, right? So, the first thing that would make this possible is understanding the energetic signature of whoever it is, being or whatever living being or living object that a person um, puts their energy on. So, for instance, like when you go to a thrift store, and you buy secondhand items, whoever had those items for a good amount of time, their energy, their spiritual stuff will be all over the item. And sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not so great, but you can connect to that item through that energetic signature. Um, Case in point, this necklace that I'm wearing, I found it in an antique store and I absolutely loved it. But one of the things I did was I just stared at it for a while and just really absorbed the original owner. And I really liked what I felt from it. And there was so much coming out of it, so many messages. And I said, I'll take it. I said, this was meant for me. I'll take it. So, yeah. So the first thing, like I said, that you want to do is you want to assess the energetic signature of whatever it is or whoever it is that you're trying to connect with. I was born with an identical twin sister. We communicated through ESP for probably until we were about 2 or 3 years old, when we were forced to talk. And as you become more forced to talk in this world, you lose the ability to speak extra sensory wise. And so it's kind of like, if you think of it as like a string, you're connected like this, and then you do this and it goes further and further away like that. Before you know it, that cord is like either really really thin, or at times you tend to cut and then reconnect. So you have to assess the energetic signature of whoever it is that you want to connect with, and then you follow that thread. So assess the signature, follow the thread. Following the thread will look like when you have when you go see a psychic, right? It depends on what style or the individual when it comes to a psychic. Or a medium. Sometimes they'll ask for your name and your birthday. Sometimes they only ask for your name. They do this because they are finding that it's like holding on. What's your name? Okay, I've grabbed the energetic signature officially, and when they ask and you give it, that's your way of handing over permission to assess that energetic signature so that they can further grab onto that energy line of that connects to you and your life and your soul, and then they follow it down. So it's like a ladder almost, or a string or something like that. And so that's what they do. So you're assessing the energetic signature, and then you want to follow the ladder or the string or whatever it is that connects that person. So for instance, let's say you're thinking about, and I tell you, this is not something that's simple to explain, but I'm going to do my best. So let's say you say, oh, I lost my dog. This one is a hard one. I had to go through this with someone. I lost my dog. Okay, let me feel out for the dog, you know? So I'm thinking about the dog. Usually what I do is I say, let me see a picture. Because in the picture, I can assess the energetic signature of the dog. And then from there, I can connect with the soul of the dog and find the footprint of where the dog has been and where the dog is going, and connect with the dog here. And it's not easy, especially if you have someone or some animal and their mind is constantly like this. To assess a signature that's steady it's not easy, you know? So firstly, you want to assess the energetic signature of someone, whoever it is that's far away. Secondly, and by assessing the signature, you can look at a photo, you could have an object of theirs, you could hear their voice. Maybe you have like a voicemail. Just sit there. If you have a voicemail, sit there and meditate on the person's voice and just feel what comes through for you. If you have a photo, do the same thing. Look at the photo and assess what is coming through for you, what you're feeling versus what's happening in your head, because your head will be like, this is ridiculous. What you're feeling and the things that will come through will start to filter through your head. But before your mind actually starts to create stories surrounding what gets filtered through your head, you will have a raw thought, a raw feeling, something raw that is completely outside of you. If you can move your processing back just a little bit and feel out what is happening with that thought or that feeling, then that will expand, and then it will show you a picture. Thirdly, I would say, so assess the energetic signature, follow the thread. And like I said, that's assessing what's coming through, and then it'll expand. And then from there, you're following you're following the thread of that as it expands and opens up. So it can look like a thought, it can look like an image, it can look like, you can taste things, you know. I can taste things, I can smell things, I can hear things. I'm multi-sensory, so everything filters through all my senses. Sometimes it's amazing, and other times it's like, what in the holy hell is going on? Especially when you start to hear audibly. It freaks you out, you know, but after a while you get used to it. So assess the energetic signature, follow the thread, and then lastly, I would say practice. Practice doing it. I would definitely say the nighttime, evening time is probably the best, only because most of the world is asleep, or most of your time zone is asleep, and there'll be peace. And you'll be able to ride that wave of peace that you feel, so that you can actually hear yourself, and you can actually assess between what's your thought, what's an incoming transmission, and things like that, you know. So assess the signature, follow the thread, and practice. And so that's what it is. I hope this was helpful. And if there's anything else you'd like to know, just hit me up and let me know. Click the notification bell. I'm going to be uploading more videos surrounding spiritual questions, topics, as well as food, because food has an energy as well. And that is actually what I utilized to lose 120 pounds. And I still do that to this day to really work to balance my body, because I'm constantly trying to listen and be attentive to what it is that I'm supposed to do on my journey regarding my health and my body. So it's super important. So subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.